Welcome to the Wellerman Digital Marketing tutorial on how to use Canva to create Facebook posts quickly and efficiently. We're going to start by clicking a button I've already clicked because I don't want to show you my entire Canva account and everything I've been working on. But it is this circle create button in this corner that's blurred out. Once you click that plus create button, you'll come to this page. That's all I've done so far. We're going to click on social media and then Facebook. And we're only doing visuals instead of video, so we're going to look at Facebook post landscape or event cover. Choose whichever one you're making your post for and make all of them at once. So I'd make all my events at once and all of my posts at once. We're going to click out of the templates and then we're going to just look at our elements. If you have images to click and drag in at this point, here's where you just open your files, click and drag those images in. We're going to go to our photos and we're going to look similarly. This is a recent photo because I think this woman looks like she is struggling with social media outreach for her church. So we're going to open this and expand it to the correct size. Then we're going to do a quick elements overlay where we click on this elements and go back from photos. We'll go to shapes now. We're going to click this shape. Square is a nice easy one to overlay on the bottom of the page. We're going to just click and drag it all the way across. And then we're going to go add text here. I'm going to add a text box. My font is Cormorant Garamond that I tend to use most of the time for my work. And we're going to make this 60 because I've done this one before and I think 60 is about the right size that we would want. So then we're going to click out of it and drag it down. When you see the lines appear, getting it centered is where you want it to be. We got this centered. I think this is pretty good. Now we're going to change the color to white. And we're going to type in our text. Now that we're done with our text, we're going to move over here and we're going to add our brand logo. If this is your file folder setup, you can actually just click and drag your brand logo in from your file folder as well. There's also a very handy feature in Canva called the background remover where you can actually take the background out. That works really well for this picture because there's a nice white spot over here on the side where this picture fits in pretty well. So we're going to move the logo over to the side, have that set up, and now we have our posts. If we were making one post, we would be done with the images here. But in my recommendations, I'd say to make as many posts and pictures as you can at once. So the easiest way to do that is duplicate this page. And now we have another one that's the exact same. We can change this to visit us this Sunday. And then we click this image. Let's delete this image. And now we'll go to elements instead of shapes. We'll go back to photos. You can click and drag a picture of your sanctuary if you would like. I'm going to click this to look for a sanctuary image. Let's go church sanctuary. And let's see, I think this one will work. And now, obviously if you have your church sanctuary, that's going to be better. But then we're going to right click and hit layer. And we're going to send to back, or you can just send backwards until it gets to where you want it. In this case, the Wellerman Digital doesn't fit as well overlaid here, so I'm going to just move it down to on the orange. Maybe it'll look a little cleaner and nicer there. Your church logo can be whatever you want it to be. But now at this point, we can go up and we can name these. So let's say this is going to be 4.12.26. That is the date. If we go to our template where our Google Doc that we've organized all of our information, this one's saying it was 4.7. So we're going to go back to make this named 4.7. So now we know that this image corresponds to this exact line item, and then we'll move to the next one. And if we have the next one underneath that was, the next date, we would name this one that date so that when we export, our names for our images are the same as the dates in our template. But we're not going to add this one. We're not going to export two. I'm just going to show you how to do the one for right now. But we've already got this finished. Let's hit share. We're going to hit download. and then this is going to already export all of this and download it in the exact sizing that we need for our Facebook post. Now, we're going to go to Facebook, and we're going to open our page that manages our, obviously our Facebook page. And if we are making an event, instead of going over to the side, we're going to go down here underneath our brand name, and we're going to click more, and we're going to go to events. Once we are at the event page, you get this option to create an event. And here, when we edit, you're going to hit upload and find that image that you just downloaded. Set your date and time, event name, all of the details, etc. here, and then click create event. At this point in time, we're making a post instead of an event. So instead of going to this section, we're going to go over to the side here. This may be minimized, so you might have to expand this and click Meta Business Suite. Now we're in the actual business suite where we can go up to the top here and click Create Post. Once we've done that, it opens this nice window where we can go look at the date that we're posting, and we'll want to copy this post text. We're going to go back to our manager, paste the post text. Let's say that 5 times fast. Always remember as well, if you're pasting from an Excel doc, it will put quotations around each of the items, so delete those as soon as you paste. And then you're going to click Add Photo. This is going to be that date that we remembered, so we just posted 4/7. Now our file is named 4/7, and we just click that exact file, and we have everything that we need right here. Now we set a date and time. Now it's April 7th. We can schedule this out whenever and wherever we want. We're going to set this for 6:25 p.m. because I'm probably going to delete this. I think I might have already posted it. And now we hit schedule. Once we have done that, it'll ask us usually if you want to pay money to boost it. I recommend not doing that until you know what you're doing very well. And we have that post scheduled for 6:25 p.m. today. And now we can click Create Post and do our next one. Just go down the row, go to the next row, click the next item, text, etc., and continue doing those until each of those dates are correct and set up, and then go back and do events in the same way. And that's it. That's why this is a much more expedited way to execute. These are very fast, efficient ways to get all of your social media posted all at once. If you like this video and you think that this is really helpful, please consider liking, subscribing it, and sending me a message just to let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see me, help guide you on, or if you just have questions. I'm happy to answer anything. Appreciate all of the responses, and looking forward to hearing about how this helped your church do your social media in the future.